We've had some issues out on for a while, but it's been roadway related because they
Dan
want the
found
city to
his
take it.
wallet.
So you're being educated.
Read my lips.
So you're being educated.
Good.
I told Brian that we ought to put all of this consent agenda at the beginning, so I don't have to.
I know.
Nobody says it has to be at the beginning.
No.
7 o'clock. We ready? Everybody good? Lauren, Jeff? Y'all ready? All right. Good evening and welcome to our City Council meeting this August the 11th of 2025. We're going to call our meeting to order. We're going to start out with our invocation. Mr. Gavin Sorelli will be doing our invocation. He's a recent graduate of Stuart Cramer High School, and he will be attending Erskine College. I think he's maybe the youngest person ever led us in our invocation at our City Council meeting. So, Gavin, if you'll come, and then the Pledge of Allegiance will be led by the Boy Scout Troop 59. If you would, please stand with me.
So first, I want to start with a verse. It's from Romans 13:1. It says, "Let every person be subject to the governing authorities. There's no authority except from God, and those that exist have been instituted by God." Let's pray. Dear Lord, we come to you humbly. We come to you as sinners because though we are in here, we are all disobedient to you. I pray for wisdom, and I pray for discernment because we need that. We're all unwise. We all don't know our ways because our ways are sinful. May we know that whatever decision is made tonight has already been written in the books that you've created before time. I just pray that whatever decision we make would be according to your will and according to your plan. May you give the people here wisdom to glorify you and to praise your name. May all the people know today that every wise decision or the authority that they have achieved, that it's from you. May they not grow prideful, but they know that just as you gave it, you can take it away. May we seek you for wisdom. May we seek you for discernment and understanding. May we know that all the problems and the issues and the struggles that we face daily, may we know that it's for your glory and it's for your plan, and that you do it for a reason that is beyond our understanding. And sometimes we're just not able to know. But Lord, you put these people in the position for a reason. You put leaders here where they are for your plans, whether for good or for bad, and you place them here. But I pray that these people in the room would use the opportunity that you have given them to show you and to shine your light. No, Mount Holly is not a fully Christian place, but I pray that we would bear your fruit and we'd show you show the community who you are. May you just watch over tonight. May what you want to happen, happen. May you just be with these people and bless them for the rest of their lives. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen.
Color guard, advance. Color guard, post the colors. You draw me in the flag.
Mr. Mayor, City of Mount Holly City Council, thank you for having us here tonight. Tonight, just going to be real brief. You guys know school's back in as of Wednesday. Our kids are going to be out on the streets early in the morning, late in the afternoon. So please, as you're out going to work in the mornings, be careful, watch out for our kids on these streets, because I'd hate to see any of these young gentlemen that are fine young gentlemen I work with disappear because somebody wasn't paying attention in the mornings going to work, or any child. Thank you.
You may be seated. Thank you, Mr. Sorelli, for our invocation, and thank you, Troop 59, as always. We're going to continue with our agenda. We're going to set the agenda, and Mr. Blanton has a couple things on that.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, there are a few changes that we would like to request. First, under the consent agenda, I would request that we move item number 9, the approval of the interlocal water sales agreement with the town of Stanley. That will require further discussion in closed session. Under old business, I would ask that we remove the discussion of proposed development agreement for 131 South Main Street, as this will also require more discussion in closed session. I would like to ask those 2 items to be removed, and a third item to be added under new business, the discussion of the wastewater decommissioning project and a budget amendment to correspond with that, Mr. Mayor.
You want that to be number 2 under new business?
We'll make that number 1 before the
Okay.
city manager's report, if that's okay.
Okay.
These are not taken. These were-
Any other changes?
Just going to make a motion to approve the changes.
Okay, I have a motion to approve the changes, a second by Mr. Reeves. All in favor? Motion passes. All right, we have, let's see, 11 items on the consent agenda. I need a motion to approve that. Ms. Harris makes a motion, second by Ms. Shoemaker. All in favor? That motion passes. Okay, we're going to go into our presentations with the Community Relief Organization, Taste of the Town event. Dave Vanek with the Community Relief Organization. I think Mike King's here also.
Mr. Mayor, if I could just say, while we're waiting for Mr. Vanek, I'd like to thank Mr. Gary Neely for continuing his service to the ABC Board.
Yes, thank you. I spoke with him today, so they're excited to move forward. Thank you, Ms. Shoemaker.
Well, thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk about the Community Relief Organization here in Mount Holly. I know you're all very familiar with it. Maybe there's a few that aren't, but it's been an organization here for 70 years. We provide food and financial assistance to those in crisis in the community. We're located just down Spring Street next to the ABC liquor store, and between that and Food Lion. And I would just say quickly that the needs of the community have increased over the last year. Our fiscal year ends in July. Our number of clients served was up about 20%. We served 2,600 families, 7,000 individuals, 225,000 pounds of food we gave out, and provided $71,000 of financial assistance. Since those numbers are up, we started last year with a fundraising event because we're supported by funds from the community, from churches and from individuals, and we never know, those are going to go up and down from year to year. So we needed a more consistent revenue stream, if you will. So we started an event called Taste of the Town, which is just that. It's an event here, September 13th. This will be the second annual. And I know a lot of you have joined, including Mayor Moore and Ms. Harris, and Jonathan was there, and Mr. Reeves was there, and I'm probably missing somebody, but we had a great time. So it'll be here September 13th, 6 p.m. It's a charity fundraising auction. So there'll be a silent auction, a live auction, games, prizes, food, and something we call the Dessert Dash, which you'll have to come and see how much fun that is. We're having the same auctioneer as last year. They only do charity auctions. They work for a flat fee. Their name's Parker, and Michael Parker is the head auctioneer, and he does a great job. So he will keep it a lively evening, and we will have fun. It's a casual event. Tickets are on sale now. You can see them on our CRO website. There's a link there. I have some invitations as well, but that's probably the easiest way to buy your tickets. I was going to ask the board to help publicize things, but I talked with Jonathan ahead of that, and Susie Reed, who's a volunteer at CRO, has been talking with Chloe Carey, and I think they've got several things already done, including the Mount Holly Facebook page, et cetera. So this is our once-a-year thing. We'd love to have you all come out. Be happy to host you if you want to come and do that. It's a great event, and it's critical to our mission. We as I said, especially with the financial support, most of our budget, we raised $70,000 last year, and we gave out $71,000. And that, we never know exactly what the needs are, but we give out all we get. We're a nonprofit. So the more we can raise in this event, the more we can help members of the community that are in crisis. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dave. They did raise $70,000, but they were able to buy a new box truck with that money. I think your goal was $35,000. So it was just amazing where it wound up. Thank you for all you do.
Yeah, that truck was critical. Our old truck had holes in the floor and was dying, and this truck has a lift on it, so we're able to pick up more food because we really couldn't even, was overloaded every time we got down to second harvest, where half of our food comes from. So the truck was something we really needed, and we were able to raise the funds for that and for financial assistance last year.
Mr. Reeves?
Dave, I just want to say thank you for your efforts and your support of the community and what you do in our community, and looking forward to the event. And I want to say one other thing. Sometimes we do not praise our staff enough sometimes. I want to praise our staff. I've had 2 events in the last couple of weeks where people in the staff went above and beyond. Our streets and solid waste and our utilities department. But I just wanted to thank y'all for going above and beyond. And of course, everybody else does too, but they stepped above and beyond on a couple of events this week. Thank you.
All right. Moving on, we're going to our public hearing to consider rezoning parcels number 123804 and 123794 from RD Residential Downtown to B1 Central Business as submitted by First Presbyterian Church, case number R253. Mr. Greg Beal is going to present.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. Staff received an application from the First Presbyterian Church. They own these parcels and have so for the last 60 years, roughly. Parcel 123794 and 123804, they abut the B1 Central Business District, so it would not be a spot zoning. It's about 0.67 acres in total. This is for the lower parking lot and the storage building set. From talking with the church members, their leadership, they felt that the residential downtown use was not appropriate as they explore options for development. Again, this is a general rezoning, so they don't have to tell the city why they want to do it or their plans to do it. But I know their plans are forthcoming. It is part of the downtown core. The land use plan calls for expansion of downtown. Additionally, anything that goes here would be subject to the Downtown Development Manual, which was adopted in 2005 for the architectural design, as well as the table of permitted and special uses, which is Chapter 6 in the zoning ordinance. There's roughly about 200 allowed uses in downtown, mostly retail, commercial, office, some residential, not a lot, but I'd be happy to answer any questions. The Planning Commission at their meeting Monday night recommended unanimous approval of this rezoning.
Any questions for Mr. Beal? None, no comments? So we need to go into our public hearing, so I entertain a motion to do that. Ms. Harris, second by Ms. Shoemaker, all in favor? We're now in our public hearing. We have no one to sign up for our public hearing number 1, so I'll need another motion to go back into our regular meeting. Mr. Reeves, second by Mr. Meadows, all in favor? We're back in our regular meeting. Would council like to take action on this? Mr. Meadows.
Move approval.
Okay, I have a motion by Mr. Meadows to move approval. I have a second by Ms. Harris. All in favor? The motion passes. All right, we're going to go to our second public hearing to consider an update to sections 159059 and 153082C of the subdivision and land development ordinance to make regulations regarding streetlights clearer. Case number TA 258. Mr. Beal.
Thank you, Mayor. Thank you, Council. This is a housekeeping item. As you may know, the city has a technical review committee, typically comprised of leadership from all departments. We have been meeting monthly. There's a lot of projects before us now, but it gives us good time to revisit ordinances. And this ordinance was first adopted in 1999. Before, the city would allow wooden telephone poles with overhead power subdivisions. which is a safety issue. We know what happened with the ice storm back in the early 2000s. It decimated power to a lot of the older neighborhoods. So developers are required to bury the line and install decorative lights. We do not subsidize any development. We do not pay for things on the behalf of the community or the developer. This is something that's been the standard practice for the city for the last 30 years, where decorative street lights are to be funded by the developer. The city will only pay the power bill once it's accepted for maintenance. And we had a developer, unfortunately, try to pass off some cost to the HOA and try to finance some street lights, which has never been done to my knowledge. I think I've been here for 23 subdivisions overall, going back to the early 2000s that have HOAs. So this ordinance particularly would target that all lighting construction costs such as adverse conditions, abnormal construction costs, and materials also known as decorative adder fees will need to be paid before the city will assume the lighting contract. The city will only pay for public lighting energy costs. That's the real catch-all. Once the new poles have been installed, any relocation or modification to the installation will be at the expense of the HOA or developer, not at the expense of the city. So simply adding some of these blue lines and red lines at the suggestion of our various departments will certainly make that much more clearer to any future developer. But again, we will not be paying any costs associated with streetlights. Be happy to answer any questions.
Any questions for Mr. Bill? Okay. Hearing none, I need a motion to go in a public hearing. Mr. Huff, second by Mr. Craig. All in favor? Motion passes. We're now in our public hearing. We have no one signed up for public hearing number 2, so I need a motion to go back into our regular meeting. Mr. Meadows, second by Mr. Craig. All in favor? Motion passes. We're back in our regular meeting. Mr. Huff.
Make a motion for approval.
Have a motion for approval by Mr. Huff, second by Mr. Craig. All in favor? Motion passes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Beal. Okay, now we're going to go into our public comment portion. And if you would, if you come up, state your name and address for the record. You have 3 minutes, 3 minutes to speak. And I'll let you know at 1 minute, when you have 1 minute left. First up is that Mark G? Is that right? Maybe? Okay.
Well, I thank you for allowing me to speak tonight, but my name's Mark G. I live in 561 Deerfield Drive. But in the past, I've expressed my concerns in our neighborhood about people driving very fast. And we have elderly people in the neighborhood, people with children, and we don't have sidewalks in our entrance. Through the first 3 sidewalks, there's no sidewalks, but it's no problem. The road's wide, and people, on the most part, are considerate about obeying the speed limit. But we have a small number of people, and to be honest with you, I don't think they even live in the neighborhood, but they drive up and down this subdivision as if it's I-485. I've asked, what can be done? I don't know if speed bumps is the answer or what, but anyhow, I expressed my concerns a couple of times, and I was told to come to this meeting and just say, we are concerned, and I don't know which way to turn, but I don't want to see anybody get hurt. But I have 3 grandchildren, and I've been retired for the last 2 years, so, I've had more time to be out in the front yard, and I see what's going on, and it's just unreal. You got just a handful of people that they drive 30 to 40 miles over the speed limit through all 3 stop signs, and they don't even slow down. But for the most part, people are considerate, but, I'm just asking for help. What can be done to control these handful of people? That's all I got to say.
Thank you, sir. Staff will be in touch with you. Okay, next up is Mr. Robert Sanders.
My name is Robert Sanders on Payne Street. Mayor, you the only one I know up here, so. What I'm saying, there's been 58,220 people that didn't come home. But others did. We not here. You done that mess over on Holly Hills. Been 30-some years since I started this. Nothing's been done. You know all about it. When you gonna get something done? You said it's gonna take an army to do it. Well, I'm one of them. You need to get something done over there. I don't know. That's a $9,800,000 apartment, piece of property over there. It's about 300 feet across from me. But there ain't nobody done nothing in all these years. I seen mayors, city managers, chief of police has all walked through this place since I've been here, since '79. Y'all don't do nothing. But it's about time somebody got up out of them chairs and got something done. You seen the pictures. Somebody went out there with me a year ago and we walked through it. And there ain't been a thing done since then. If they got that kind of money to pay for a place like that, they can get that garbage dump cleaned up. I just want to know when you're going to get it done. Let me know.
We'll let you know.
Well, you going to call me, or you just going to wait till I die?
Staff will be in touch with you.
Who?
Staff or myself will be in touch with you.
How about you, because I don't know who staff is.
No problem.
Let me know when you're going to get that mess cleaned up, because if you wait on me to die, the next person going to walk in going to be worse than me. He'll put this mess all over the world on a computer. I don't know how to do it, but he does. And he'll send all this mess, that junk over there, he'll send it all over the world.
You have 40 seconds.
Well, I just want y'all to get up out of them chairs and get something done over there. I want to see some action in them a little bit. It's been, that sign on the wall said Jackson was here for 33 years, and I started before him. And they still ain't got nothing done. It's just more and more getting down there. It's in the water system. It comes right back to my house for me to drink. So let's see if you can get something done about it. I can't wait 33 more years. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Sanders. Next up is Corrine Kay.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, City Manager, and the Council. My name's Corinne Kay. I'm president of Arts on the Greenway, which is right across the street here from City Hall. And fall is right around the corner, and fall is also a big season of giving. As president of one of our nonprofit organizations in here, I wanted to tell you about our first and biggest fundraiser ever to date since Arts on the Greenway began as a nonprofit in 2019. On October 11th, we're going to host a very special event for a lucky 120 members of the community that'll be ticket buyers, and it'll be called our Buccaneers Ball. It's going to be a pirate-themed costumed event with very special entertainment that'll be immersive and one-on-one experiences that people will be talking about for a long time to come. It'll be from 7 to 11 p.m. We're going to have pirate-themed beverages, gourmet buffet yet to rival the area. Mr. David Childers has agreed to perform for us, which is a North Carolina Music Hall of Fame inductee. And for those of you who may be interested in the different pirate festivals and themed outings that they have seasonally, we have a wonderful group called Bloody Med and the Scalawags. They're a very qualified musical orchestra that comes in pirate garb that'll be entertaining people. We will also have a lot of other one-on-one entertainment, such as Evan Driggs. He's a very accomplished magician and illusionist that'll be doing one-on-one tricks with our guests close up. We will also have pirate reenactment troupe called the Scoundrels of the Seas, which we hear is going to attack at Muddy River Distillery, and they'll be taking photo opportunities along with the night with the music, food, and entertainment. So we're inviting everybody to please help support us. I know that myself and Wanda Campbell will be out in the community to talk to vendors and merchants to see how you can help support us to make this especially successful. And we will make tickets available to the public starting after next Friday. If anybody wants to go to our website at artsonthegreenway.org, they'll find out more info after next week, or they can come and visit us at across the street from City Hall at our building, and we'll be able to sell you tickets there. These proceeds will help us support purchasing equipment that we need, updating and renovating our building because of community programs we do. So we give opportunities for different community members, such as seniors and whatnot.
I'm sorry, your time's up.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, next up, Mr. Jared Ficino.
Good evening, everybody. Great to see you guys tonight. Great to see everyone here. I'm Jared Ficino at 157 Oakland Street. I'm here to talk about CRO's Taste of the Town. Many of you may know or not know, but my wife works at CRO. She's way too shy. I tried to coax her into getting out here tonight. I couldn't quite do it. But I just wanted to put a plug in for the event. She works to help organize it. She loves doing event planning. I think she did a really good job with the event last year. I've got to see some of the secret designs for some of the decor this year, and it's really cool. It's going to definitely represent the history of Mount Holly, so you'll definitely want to see that. But all these volunteers work really hard. She puts in a lot of extra hours. The folks that come out to serve, all volunteers. So I know a lot of you came, but I just want to guilt as many of you as possible into coming this year. And really appreciate all the work Dave's done, and so I just hope you support the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Ficino. Next up, we have new business discussion of the wastewater decommissioning and budget amendment. Mr. Blanton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Today we had our bid opening for the decommissioning of the wastewater treatment plant. It was scheduled for a couple weeks ago, but we did not receive the 3 bids that we were legally required to receive, so we advertised and had that resume that bid opening today. We received 1 qualified bid in the amount of $9,913,000 for PC Construction. Before you tonight, Mayor, Council, is that bid. This is for the actual decommissioning of the wastewater treatment plant. If you will recall, we received a $15 million direct allocation from the state of North Carolina for this project. To date, we have spent roughly $18 million with running the new sewer lines to the city of Charlotte through a state revolving fund loan. This project will actually start the process of the decommissioning. We are looking forward to having our ceremony, commissioning ceremony, on September 16th, officially turning our wastewater over to the city of Charlotte. So, Mr. Mayor, I am looking for a motion to award this bid tonight and to approve the budget amendment thereafter.
Ms. Shoemaker?
So moved.
Okay, I have a motion by Ms. Shoemaker, a second by Mr. Craig. All in favor? The motion passes. Thank you, Mr. Blanton. Second, under new business, we have our city manager report. Mr. Blanton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I have several things that I want to share with the council and the public this evening. On our consent agenda tonight was a lot of exciting projects. We are very, very busy here in Mount Holly. I just wanted to touch on a few of those. Number one, the paving downtown. If you've been downtown, we have concluded that project, and it looks truly great. Thank you to the patience of our business owners as we've worked towards the paving of the parking lot behind Trouse and also for some of the streets that we have paved. It has been an excellent project that we are all very proud of, and if you have not checked it out, by all means, please head downtown and check out the new paving that we have undertaken. Also, we are moving forward with our South Gateway Connector Road behind the Fairfield Inn with what will eventually be Kempe Michael Way. A lot of construction happening through there. The weather has delayed us a bit with this project and a few others, but we are moving forward with that connector road and hopefully moving forward into our Phase 2 with the bridge construction going over to Caldwell Drive soon. We are undertaking a lot of infrastructure projects. Some sewer line projects were approved by the council tonight to upfit some of our infrastructure. We're looking forward to those projects happening. I do want to give a shout out to our friends at Arts on the Greenway. I appreciate you guys being here tonight and happy to share that council approved some renovations for the building across the street, some safety concerns with the facade, some aesthetic design, some aesthetic improvements that we're going to be making. So we're going to be moving forward with that project and looking forward to seeing that come to life. So again, thank you guys for being here tonight, and we're looking forward to seeing that project happen. The construction for the new museum continues to go along schedule. They are working around the clock tirelessly here at the municipal complex to meet our September 30th deadline. Penix Construction is, of course, responsible for that project, and they continue to work to get the space upfitted here at the municipal complex. Since we last met, Mayor Moore and I attended the County Commissioners meeting regarding the Holly Springs project. I know there's been a lot of questions, a lot of concerns surrounding that particular project. We are working with the attorneys for that project to answer some questions to see if we are able to reach a compromise in order to move forward with their active annexation petition, as well as the development agreement that they are proposing. So we have sent feedback to that team, and we hope to have more answers for the public and for the county commissioners prior to their October 28th meeting where they will resume discussions. Also, if you've been on Central, the wetland project continues to come to life. That has also been slightly delayed because of the weather. As I shared last month, this is to prevent flooding and treat pollution with that project, that wetland project. So hopefully early fall, we will have that concluded and up and going. A lot of exciting events will be coming up soon. We'll be having our legislative day at at the Holland Building on the 20th. Moncross will be having their annual member event on August the 21st at Muddy River, and we are tentatively planning a ribbon cutting for Ransom Hunter Park on the morning of September 13th. We're looking to finalize those details in the upcoming days, but as soon as that is finalized, we will certainly share and circulate accordingly. That is all that I have tonight. Mr. Mayor, glad to answer any questions from council.
Any questions from council? Mr. Meadows?
The request from Deerfield, was that enough to get the speed study we've done in other neighborhoods completed? Or is there another step that needs to be completed?
We can certainly look to see what the issue is and implement measures accordingly.
If memory serves me correctly, we have had the police department come out and do the sign and do a study and see what actually is going on. And then that's gone to engineering after that, and they have, I think, Autumn Woods and Riverfront have both had different solutions offered given whatever the situation was. So I just wanted to expedite that. So I'd like to, I guess, request formally that the speed study be done in Deerfield, so somebody that's trying to figure out how to navigate our processes doesn't have to fumble around. So we can get that started. I'd really like to see that done. I don't know if council has to agree on that or if my ask is enough.
I think it makes sense. It's all about safety. Mr. Reeves?
I live out there, so I'm going to add a little bit to it. Chief Reagan has been out there and done some things. Chief Reagan has been out there and done some things, and he's helped. But thank you, Mr. Meadows, for offering that, because basically, I'll elaborate on what he said. It's very dangerous. I'm seeing cars 50 miles an hour, probably, or plus, in that neighborhood. But I wanted to thank Chief Reagan for the efforts he put into it before now. But recommendation from Ms. Meadows, thank you for that. But
Mr. Meadows?
So the other thing that kind of struck me tonight is the ordinance on the street lighting in our subdivisions. I've had a couple of conversations with staff along the way about our downtown and the streetlight coverage, the different colors, the different types. It'd really be nice if we could do a study on our downtown and get the lighting to be uniform. We spend a lot of time and energy on multiple projects for lighting, and I think some of our side streets are not properly lit. Some of those that walk regularly, I think, can attest to the sections that are quite dark, and the lighting is not really uniform, nor are the streetlights really in line with one another. I guess I'd like to formally ask staff to take a look at that. I don't know if council has to take formal action or staff can kind of look into that, but it seems to be related to, if we're going to hold developers responsible for getting subdivisions right. It seems like our downtown should be uniform as well.
All right. Mr. Blanton, you good with that?
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayor. Mr. DuPont and I were talking about this a couple weeks ago, so we will get the ball, keep the ball rolling on that.
Okay, any other questions or comments? Everybody good? Okay, we're going to go into our closed session pursuant NCGS 143, 31811, A, 3, and 5. So I need a motion to go into our closed session. Mr. Reeves, second by Mr. Meadows, all in favor? We're now in closed session. Thank you all for being here.